Hi everyone, good day and welcome to the Honest Point of View podcast. Yes, this is a place or this is a ground where we discuss issues that are more peculiar to the youth and society at large. Yes, and as always, I'm your host, Martin Shola, and this is my Honest Point of View podcast. Yes, today we are going to be discussing more peculiar stuff that I find engaging to the youth. And what is that thing? Spirituality as a youth. Yes, spirituality. How do you tend to walk in life or in this place that we call earth without being spiritual? Okay, some people might call it that, spirituality when you are engaged. Some people, when they see some youth or some youth referring to some other youth, they tend to make jest of them, making them feel inferior to themselves, that you do this thing too much or you are taking it too far. So I have come to tell you specifically that nothing are you taking too far if you are truly on track and you know what you are doing, because it is how we relate to the God we say we are serving as humans on planet Earth. Yes, spirituality is how we live in the spirit as youth on planet Earth, because you cannot please God. Even the Bible has said it, that those that must please Him or those that must follow and worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. So spirituality is not something that shouldn't exist if you are truly doing it in the right manner. Why did I say I'm doing it in the right manner? If you are doing it in the right manner, when you are not doing it as a means of show off, when you are not doing it as a means of showing people that you are better than every one of them. No, that is not the point. I feel like spirituality is you between you and your God, how you communicate, how you relate, let it be seen so that even everybody, because the Bible has told us also that we are the epistle that the world read. So that is how it should work, not to show off, not to show people that yes, this is who you are or this is what you can do. That is not spirituality. Spirituality is a term that all is the lifestyle that we imbibe, that make us communicate more or that make us connect more or that make us being being order with the God we serve. Yes, that is spirituality. So tend to let us understand that we must know that okay, what do we even say that spirituality is? I think I've tried to break it down for us so that we can understand. It is something that has been said, so we must do it. Spirituality is a way of, it should be a way of life. Let me not put it like that, because most youths see it as in terms of okay, that's not me. I'm not a pastor, so why should I be so spiritual? No, that is not how it works. Spirituality is a must for every one of us, because why? Because that is the way God wants us to behave, God wants us to live. That is the way God wants us to be wired. That is the way God wants us to live on planet Earth. So that because you've not seen God before. I've not seen God before. So if you truly want to connect with someone you've not seen before, there should be a medium. So your spirituality is one of the medium by which you connect to collect, because you must worship Him, and then worshiping Him bring that His presence anywhere. You must reference Him, you must call on Him, and that thing is your connectivity at any point in time with the heavens. So I think, or I'm telling you, that spirituality is a must. Forget about whatever anybody is saying, and you are doing this thing is too much, and you are too spiritual for my liking, and you are doing that is not your problem. Everybody have their way of life, and then some people you advise them and they take it. The honest point I'm going to be telling you now is spirituality is a must, and if you must attain some levels or you must definitely connect to some points, you must be spiritual at all point in time, because who don't want to connect to the right source? Me and you, we all want to connect, and that is the only way, because at any point in time you might be in need of it, and if you are not spiritual, you cannot get what you want. What if you are in a tight corner, and then God forbid you are not spiritual, and then spirituality at the point of time is the only means by which you can connect to the realms so that you can be able to collect you were kidnapped, and then because you are not inclined spiritually, and then you are not ready for the battle that is coming to face you. That is how some people were killed unexpectedly. That is how some people's life were cut short without them knowing, because they refuse to be connected. They refuse to be in line with how life should go. So that is what I have come this morning with, so that we can discuss. Yes. So what does spirituality do to you as you are? Me and you know what spirituality is. We've tried to build a foundation of what spirituality is. Is how you are saying us. Okay, before I go into what spirituality do to you, let's read in the book of John 4, 25 and 20. John 4, 23 and 24. But because that is our point of reference today. So he said, but the hour cometh, and now is when the true worshippers shall worship him, shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. And it says also in 24 says, God is spirit. You get it? So you saying you don't want to be spiritual, that means you don't want to be connected to God. That means you are not referencing whom you call God. God is spirit, and those that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So as I've come to let you understand this hour that it is very important. So how do you even say you are worshiping somebody? How do you say you know somebody when that person doesn't know you? Like I was watching some times ago on Instagram, and then I saw a post where somebody was saying him or her knows Tunde Enot through some kind of like content creator. And then they asked him a question, and he was saying he knows Tunde Enot. And that person, Tunde Enot, now confirmed it that how? I don't even know you. In a while now, I've not even come to Nigeria. So those are the kind of things. So what if you say you are worshiping God, you say you are following God rather, and then you are not following him the way he should supposed to be, and then you come to look for him, you come to seek him, and he's telling you that I know you not, I don't know you. That is what lack of spirituality does to everybody, because you are his sons, of course. That is the way. Inside being son, in every family, when parents give birth to their children, even though they might not stay to show that okay, I love this more than this, but there are some things that when you see, or there are the way some children communicate to their parents, you tend to know that okay, this one is very peculiar to this person. This one is different from every other person to this person. So that is how it is to God. If you must enjoy him in full, or if you must enjoy him to some level, you must be spiritual. You must be spiritual. It is a move, because it is. We should take it as if it's a way of life, not because we want to show off, not because we want to show that okay, we too can prophesy, not because we want to show that we too we can break down the world. We too we can show how we walk with God. No, that is not the point we are trying to prove as people that are spiritual. No, it is a means. Whereas wherever you find yourself, you can be able to assess what God has in stock for you, assess what God has as a plan for you. That is what we are trying to prove here. That is what we are trying to make everybody understand in this episode of My Point of View podcast. That is just the point, not to prove that okay, and somebody can demonstrate this and demonstrate that. No, that is not what we are trying to build. So I feel like it is a point, or it is a time where we just talk spirituality, and it's important to us, so that we can know that okay, you are not doing it for fancy, or you are not doing it to please anybody, but you are doing it because it is a necessity, and it is important, because you and your God need to be dialoguing at every point in time, as I am right now. My mom is one of the person that in my life, no matter what, I am. It is a must. At every minute, every interval, we just have to be talking. We just have to communicate. We just have to connect. So that is how it is. You and your God, Father, you and God. You just have to be communicating with Him at every time, every moment, every time. So, yes, as I've said earlier, what does spirituality helps us to do? It helps us communicate. It helps us connect. It helps us connect. It helps us communicate. It helps us engage. It helps us collect more at any time. Fast. If you are spiritual, you know, okay, when something is coming and then you know what to do next so that you can be able to overcome it. That is spirituality. It makes it very easy for you, and it helps you communicate fast and get whatever you want fast without you struggling too much. You want to go to a place, and then because you are spiritual, because you are filled with the Spirit of God, because you are in the right track, you just have to browse through and say, "Oh God, what do you think about this thing?" And then through your instinct, through one way, because there are many ways by which God speaks to human. That's another topic for another day, actually. So at that point in time, you just have to hear from the medium by which God speaks to you, and then just tell you, okay, son, daughter, this place is good to go. You can go. Oh, son, daughter, it's not supposed. There are some dangers that are attached to it. Sometimes you might not even be told what that danger might be, but if you can follow, you see that yes, it was worth it that you followed what the Spirit was telling you. So spirituality is very important because it helps us to connect, to engage, and to collect fast better. So the second one is when you are spiritual, you are always at alert of your environment. Everything that happens around you is because you allowed it, or it's because you know that it's going to happen. That is how simple it should be when you are spiritual enough. So I tend to let you understand that it is important. It is very, 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 very important. Spirituality helps you that everything around you, it happens because you allowed it. It happens because you know it's coming to you. So that is how it should be. Yes, that is what spirituality does to you. That is how important it is in your life when you are spiritual. It helps you that everything that happens in your environment, it is with your concern. It is what you know is coming. Yes, that you are not ignorant of what is happening around you. Yes. So also I want us to understand that when we are spiritual, it helps us to better ourselves because you grow more in God, you know how to walk with God, you know how to live a better life when you are spiritual. You know where not to go to, you know what not to do, you know how not to speak and when to speak. You get, so that is how important spirituality is. It helps you to grow yourself better, and it helps you as a youth to become distinguished among others. Others are going Z, but you are going G because that is how you want it to be. You get, so that is how important spirituality is to us as youth. So if you and me can be able to build an understanding that it is important to start living a life of spirituality, I bet you never regret it. So so the next step we are going to be checking is, okay, how to be able to even live in this spirituality that we have tried to build some levels, and I've tried to let you understand why, or why is it important to live a spiritual life. So okay, yes. So the next step we are going to be talking about is, if you are not spiritual, it prompts you to danger. So at that same time, you should understand that you should be spiritual because you don't want to be in danger. Me and you all knows that as it is, who want to fall into the trap of the enemy? Nobody, nobody, nobody. It's just some gullible minds or some common people that feel like, get me, common people in the sense that they've not understand who they are or what is their purpose on earth. So that's why I use the word common people. So it's important that we should know that living a spiritual life and not living it will prone you into danger. And me and you know that we don't want to live a life of danger. Okay, and also, if you are not in spirituality, you might tend not to live in purpose. Why will you not tend to live in purpose? God is willing that you should be this, but in your head or in your mind, you want to be that. So that is two different things. Not living in purpose. You might not. You might be doing something and then you are finding it, okay, it's paying my bills, it's doing that. But there are some fulfillments that might not be there because you are not living in purpose. So spirituality will always help you to be on track so that you will know that, okay, this is what you should do and this is how you should go. Yes, so on the conclusive part, I'm going to be reading from my journal here. What I wrote is, be spiritual. It keeps you burning. It keeps you on fire. Spirituality makes you keep burning for God, makes you keep being active, make you never to be not to be relenting. No, spirituality is there to help you to be active. It helps you to be productive in the spirit. Spirituality will make you walk. Okay, God has given us power, which is spirituality. If your power is how spiritual you are, that is how powerful you can be. You know God with that, because by the time you are spiritual enough, you know God more. You know how to operate with God better. So that is how you engage and get power. So your power is given to you through how spiritual you can be. So God has given us power and authority. All we need to do is express it and work with it at all times. So he's not doing as I expected him or her to be like. So spirituality might make you lose a lot of friends, lose a lot of relationships, lose a lot of love. The people you even call your loved ones, because you might not be going the same way. Take it. As time goes on, everybody will understand you. Please don't compromise. Please don't go back. Please don't fall back. Please don't fall down on your knees and say, these ones have left me. Are you sure I'm on the right? Sir, ma, you are on the right track. You are not missing it. That is when you are not doing show off. That is when you are doing it because you know what you are up to. So spirituality helps you to understand better. People might leave you, people might forsake you, but keep being on track. You are not of this world, even though you are in this world. The Bible told us already. You are not of this world, even though you are in this world. We are from somewhere, and of course, one day we are fighting, or we are working on planet Earth so that we might make it to that place one day. Me and you are the people that want to make it to heaven. So spirituality is a means by which we know that we are on track so that we can make it on the last day. With these few words I have said, with this honest point of mind that I've come to distill to you this morning, this hour, I tend to make you understand that yes, it is very important to be spiritual. You just have to be spiritual. You can't live without it. Shay, do you want to be living your life without food? You will not be able to have energy all your days. So that is how it is. You just have to connect. You just have to be there. No, now. You can't be living common. Because if you are not spiritual, you are living a common life. Common life will take you nowhere. And I pray God will enlarge His word in our hearts and make us understand better and do better. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. I remain your host, Martin Shola, and of course, this is my Honest Point of View podcast. You can follow us on all our social media handles. On Instagram, my honest _point of view podcast. Yes, sorry, it's spelled as my HO then the underscore. It's spelled as my HO _ honest point of view podcast on Instagram. And then my personal handle, which is Creative Mind Finishings 99. My personal Instagram handle is Creative Mind Finishings 99. And on YouTube, we are still Martin Shola on YouTube. Facebook, find me Shola Martins on Facebook. I'm all there. Meet me every time. Come, no matter what it is, we'll talk about it. And your comments, your likes, your share, your reviews, your subscription is very important to us. Every one of you, to the ones that have been following for the past days, thank you very much. I'm appreciative to every one of you. You all are special to me, dear to my heart, and I love you all. Thank you. This is the Honest Point of View podcast. See you again next time, next week. Same time, same hour, same channel. My Honest Point of View podcast. Thank you very much. God bless you.